Hey artists, today you are going to get back your Frank Lloyd Wright inspired stained glass that you're working on. And off the supply table you are going to need to get 2 Q-tips, and that should be it. Everything else should be at your table. You should have some oil pastels there, as well as a small cup full of baby oil. And we have been talking about symmetry, which means that the left side of my artwork looks exactly the same as my right. We need to remember that today when we are coloring this. Okay, so you're going to pick out probably 3 or 4 colors. It's up to you which 3 or 4 colors you want to use. I think I'm going to use a couple different kinds of green, and a blue, and maybe a yellow. Okay, so 3 or 4 colors. And you are going to selectively color in certain parts of your artwork. When you go to color, you don't have to color every single square. Remember that when we looked at his artwork, sometimes there was just clear glass, and it was see-through. Now obviously our paper is not see-through, but if we leave some of those areas just white, then it will kind of resemble that. Now typically when I go to do one side, so if I do blue right here, I'm immediately going to go over, I'm going to do blue on the other side. Do your best to try and keep your oil pastel out of the black lines, because it will show up a little bit. Do some green down in this corner. And because I'm doing green right here, I know that I have to come over to this side and do the same. After you've colored your artwork, making sure that it's symmetrical, okay, you probably want to do about 2/3 or 3/4 of your artwork, so more than half. Remember, it's okay to leave some areas white, right? Also, sometimes we had areas where we had a black line going down the middle, other times I didn't. It's okay if that color then crosses the center like I did in these 2 spots. Okay, once I've done that, you're going to take that Q-tip, you're going to dip an end of it into the baby oil, and I'm going to start off just doing my blue areas. I'm going to carefully just wipe this Q-tip on the blue areas. You're going to notice that it starts to smear them together. I'm going to dip it in again once it starts to run out. And I'm going to use this same end of this Q-tip to do all of my blues. Okay, I don't need to get a new side every time I do a new blue spot, because I'm using the same color. Okay, so there's one. Notice the difference between the two. Almost has like more of like a paint-like look to it. I'm going to continue doing all my blue spots. Now that I've finished all my blue areas, now I can use the other end of that and pick another color. So maybe I'll do my yellows this time. Now that I've finished my yellow and I've used up both sides of my Q-tip, I can throw that away. And then I can use that other Q-tip to do my other 2 colors. When you get this far and you've colored good chunk of your artwork, making sure that's symmetrical on both sides, and then taking your 2 Q-tips and gently blending your colors together. This can go in the drying rack to dry. Okay, make sure to throw your Q-tips away when you are finished.